Just
Wala.
Niake.
Janet. Halito.
CO.
Gwena.
Stongo.
Kikadus.
Madaway ka.
Kunamante.
Huntsdi Huntedish.
Yate.
Ithiti Naku Sage.
No, we already said
No,
that.
no. Oh, well. Yeah, it works.
Songo Oshkin
I
Yecha.
already said that one. You can't.
It's, you didn't say Oshkin Yecha. That's her
saying
Indian
that-
name.
Yeah, I'm saying it
That's
to everybody,
Natalie's-
not
that's
just
Natalie.
her. You're excluding
No,
everybody
no,
that watches
no. It's
now.
her birthday today.
Exclude her. I'm supposed to say hello, everyone. Yeah.
Well, good morning. Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Third
Good.
weekend in a row celebrating your birthday.
No, it's the first.
No.
Third. What was the
Yes.
other one? No, last weekend we had to go to Galveston for a family trip, which was
For your birthday?
No, it was not for my birthday. It was funded by me though, so I guess that.
Yeah, it was for your birthday.
No. And then Saturday was a birthday party. Then yesterday was a lot of cedar box building and sweating. So, yeah, not a bad time.
Whatever. You celebrated your birthday for 3 weekends in a row, but that's cool.
You're making me.
How old are you?
Hold on. 30,
How old are you?
30.
Wow.
Up there, way up there.
Oh, Gray Bush. Well, just cute.
I know. Oh.
Just cute. 30 years old. Wow. Well, I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Yeah, not bad. How was yours?
Indian Hills. Indian Hills was this weekend.
Oh, hold on, our camera.
Seen a lot of CNAs. seen a lot of CNAs up there, which was cool, I've always, like I don't want to say, it's usually dominated by, I always kind of considered that a one tribe type powwow. But it was cool, a lot of CNAs were involved. Kendrick, Yoli, Ralph, we were invited. So that was pretty cool. Starhawk, Red Moon. And so, it was pretty cool. I got to go gourd dance Saturday, but only like in the evening time. Because, I got a long sleeve purple shirt.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to go up there.
Make it dark purple with all your sweat.
She wasn't trying to, do the most. Do the most while doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty cool. It was still good though. Seeing the baddest Auntie Theta up there. Her and her grandson. Gave her grandson the little gourd.
The loud one?
Yeah. No. The little baby one.
Oh yeah.
I gave that to him. So, hopefully we'll see him out there more.
Gotta get him a little itty bitty purple shirt.
So that was pretty cool. Got to do grand entry Saturday. We walked with or when we danced with Yoli. So that was cool. But stayed there until they had grand entry. Then stayed for maybe 15, 20 more minutes. Got to meet the cousin that he's cousin to Yoli and Domingo, but he's also Natalie's cousin. So I got to sit by him, got to visit with him a little bit, seen Jimmy Red Cloud, Wesley Paul, and D. Seen them three up there.
Yeah, I heard Jeremy Harjo danced on Friday.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Trying to get people involved, But yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend. And then of course today is Natalie's birthday. Happy birthday, Natalie. She's 39. Yeah. I mean 29.
Yeah, he didn't mean to call you so old the first time. If you're older than 39, gonna need a wheelchair.
And then it's also Mr. Dave Levi's birthday.
There's a lot of people's birthday. It's all those Halloween party babies that are coming out. That's what it is. I'm telling you, me last week, nobody else. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, my mom tells me that one time. I was like, oh my god! And then we were talking about Monster Mash. We're like, no, don't need to hear this. Yeah, yeah. So it's playing in the background.
Well,
Yeah. I don't,
so yeah, it was their birthdays. All the Halloween party babies.
Unite. Yeah.
Do we have any comments?
Says Cash, good afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon, Cash.
Stacy Star says good morning. Nat means you mean 49. And then Leslie says good morning.
Good morning, sis. Good morning, Stacy.
And then Justin Evans says happy birthday, Natalie and Dave.
Hey, Mr. Evans, thank you for tuning in, brother. But yeah, so it was a pretty exciting weekend. Did a lot of laying around. You know, it was just one of those weekends where and then my daughter's birthday is this week. Her birthday's in 2 more days, on the 30th. She's gonna be a teenager. So maybe she's a Halloween.
She probably is. She's probably part
party
of the
baby too.
Well, where were you 13 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be our special song whenever we come
out. Well, yeah. So it was a good weekend. Not really sure, what me and Nat's got planned, but I know some eating's gonna be involved. That's all that I really know.
Yep. That's all you need is food.
It's all you need is food, and hopefully I can make her something. I don't know how much this blind man can do, but I'm willing to test. I'm willing to test my capabilities.
Salads.
Definitely. But yeah, so it was a good weekend. I enjoyed myself, got to relax a little, and but yeah, thank you to everyone that came out and danced with Rez Covery. Jeremy Harjo on Friday, then Carmelo and Mingo was there all weekend, but his sister was also on head staff too.
That's the only way you get Mingo somewhere is if
Yeah.
it's a contest or if it's his sister.
Yeah, but he missed. Mingo's in Mexico.
Mhm.
He is in Mexico,
Yeah. So whatever he's doing.
Yeah, he got deported. ICE picked him up.
Yeah, so now he's suffering on a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hibiscus something. Yeah, so hopefully he comes back soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
And he's not a mule.
Yeah.
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 He's gonna show up buying everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you get this money?
So hope he's having a good trip. He went down to Cozumel? Cancun.
Yeah, for his
Cancun.
big O yoga.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What if he just made that up? What if he's like,
yeah, that's what I figured it was a fake thing.
Like that's the international yoga team? Wow.
I know. The only way he's gonna prove it is gonna be a picture of him on the beach doing yoga, like he does
yeah.
at every trip. Yeah.
We should let him do
the live shirtless.
We should let him do this live shirt. Like, why are you naked?
Yeah. Guy does it one time, our viewership increases
Yeah.
by millions. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully he's having a good time. That's pretty cool. See some. I can't go international anything.
You can try.
I can try. Yeah.
Yeah. See how far you get.
Yeah. I think my best bet would be a cruise.
And just stay on the boat.
Yeah, and just stay on the boat. Nah, I don't think you have to have a passport to go on it.
Oh, look, see, he's tuning in. He says, "Want me to go live shirtless on the beach?"
Yeah, Buck, go Buck, guy.
Yeah, be holding the camera with his toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invite him to the live. But yeah, so hopefully the brother's having a good time. it was, Indian Hills. I keep wanting to call it Indian
Well,
Nations
Indian Nations is this
because
week.
Indian Nations is this following weekend, which we will be co-hosts.
Co-hosts.
We'll be co-hosts there. So if you're not busy this weekend, come on out to Concho. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Most of the Gourd Dance session during the day happens inside the ERC, and then they break for dinner, and then they move down to the powwow grounds.
Mhm.
So it's they had a pretty good turnout last year.
Yeah.
I think I helped give away over 300 waters at DOH's whatever they were giving out waters and just wanted signatures.
Mm.
So I kind of just got in the way over there, but yeah, this year we're gonna be co-hosts, which I think is pretty cool. Because I remember when we first started out and like when we were getting those type of like just being included in just a regular benefit dance.
Yeah, we were like, oh my God,
we
made
were
it.
all
We
excited.
made it big.
yeah. Like we're there.
Yeah.
We finally made it. We're on a flyer.
Yeah. Misspelled and everything. Wrong board plan name.
yeah.
It'll be Res Recovery.
Yeah,
It'll be,
Res Recovery.
Yeah, All Nations Recovery. And we're
yeah.
like,
No, it's All Nations Res Covery. All Nations Res Covery Gourd Clan. So, I feel pretty good about the direction we're headed, the response we're getting.
For September's powwow,
yes.
it's gonna be even better.
Yes, finally having our own powwow.
Big one.
A big boy.
Yeah, because last year in September we had a dance just for Recovery Month, and we filled the ERC to the brim.
Yeah, to the brim.
To where everybody was like, all right, no more dances at the ERC because it was so full.
People were like trying to find a place to sit and they couldn't find anywhere, and they were leaving.
Yeah. And so hopefully outdoors there'll be enough space.
Yeah, it'll be enough. Because I remember, what was it, 2 years ago we had one down there? And like I was surprised at how many people came just for that. And we were nowhere on like the level that we are now. I mean, we were close, but we hadn't quite gotten over the hump yet.
Yeah, that was before we even had a group.
Yeah,
that was just for tour.
Yeah, that was just tour.
We were our own nonprofit and everything.
Yeah,
and so
pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool. To be a part of it. So we always want to invite everybody, to come and join our Gourd Clan. All you need is a purple shirt. Teal shirt.
That we got spray paint.
Yeah. We always got an extra gourd. We always got extra shawls. Come and dance with us. If you want to celebrate your recovery through our culture, we want to encourage people like come and dance with us. We don't ask for nothing special. There's no. We might jump you in.
Yeah, it was Theta that jumped.
Yeah, Theta. We'll let Theta.
I know. Yeah, she jumped us in and she joined. yeah. We were part of it. She still beat us up. Yeah. But yeah, that, and then if you have
Sergeant at Arms,
yeah. But yeah, and then kids, any kids that want to be involved too.
Yeah.
That like if their parents are in recovery or if they just want to live.
If you support somebody, you just want a drug-free and alcohol-free life. And we come ask you to come and dance with us. That's the whole point of this thing. Like we're trying to change the narrative of what's going on in our community. And we can't preach it enough that the culture is the solution. Like it's a part of my recovery so much that I don't say like, oh, because I'm sober, I get to take part in my culture. And it's like the closer I stay to my culture, the more sober I'll be, or not the more sober, but
so dry.
yeah. Hanging out there. No. It's I get to embrace my sobriety because of my culture. Yeah. So I mean it's it's something that I feel like ever since like Isaac planted that seed, it's just something that I was like, man, that would be real cool.
Yeah, I mean, and who would have thought that it would have been
a bunch
gotten
of
this big.
yeah.
After, yeah, 4 or 5 people just wearing purple, looking like Grimace or not the Hamburglar. What am I trying to say? Barney and Grimace or
Yeah.
Prince, and now
Game Blast.
have a lot of stuff to where we're like nationally known now, and
I know, right?
crazy, especially like Carly being like
Recognized.
just being that youth piece that a lot of people want to hear, and so I would have never thought that little All Nations Recovery would be this big.
I know, right? It's pretty cool. It's
I know.
pretty
I
cool.
hope it gets bigger than Tor.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool, just to, it's definitely a blessing.
Mhm.
Definitely a blessing. And I look forward, I look forward to, I think it's going to, it's gonna I want to see like how far it goes.
Like Moana.
Yeah, like Moana. Exactly like Moana. How did you know that?
We're connected. We're all connected. Oh, Dave says Theta has them hands and them hooves.
I know, right?
And then Jesse says Niyakit nephew Barry.
Nyaki Auntie.
David Deere says good afternoon.
Stongo David.
Misty says good morning.
Good morning, Miss Hickson. I
Brian
seen Misty at
PT.
the Indian Hills. She they asked the veterans to come out. I seen her go. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I seen her go fancy shawl dancing by when it was. I was like, wow, that was crazy. Yeah, it was just grand entry.
Doing the most good
Out
with
there
it.
with her shawl, getting it. I was like, okay. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty cool too, seeing the ladies on Saturday night with their special, with Yoli's special.
Mhm.
Fancy Shaw and Cloth,
Yeah.
doing their, was it two step?
Double beat.
Double beat.
Mhm.
Double, I think they had to stop Misty from going out there.
She's probably doing it outside there.
Yeah.
Between the vendors. She says you better cut it out.
Yeah. Holding their snow cones. But no, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's a good idea. I was cracking up because I heard Mingo start talking.
Oh, you start talking about China King because you never know what Mingo's gonna say.
His
but
little dry jokes just be cracking me up.
I remember the week before he was MC, he was really just like, I gotta practice my jokes, and then I'm like, that's what he came up with was China King. But yeah, you think he's sponsored, but who knows?
Oh yeah, Hammer and Allen were the MCs. I don't know, man. My Uncle Junior, he talks crazy, but he cracks me up, bro. Like, I don't know, just maybe because I know him, and I know how rugged he can be.
Mhm.
And it's like he's always trying to like combine the two of being funny, but then he's trying to hold back.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. A lot of CNAs were involved this weekend. So yeah, what else? You want to talk a little bit more about the princess? The princess.
Oh, for all, yeah,
mhm.
this is just gonna be a Recovery episode,
Yeah,
not
this is
even a
Res
tour
Recovery
episode.
episode.
Yeah, if you go to the All Nations Recovery Facebook page, we have a link for our princess application for junior princess. Yeah, yeah. The apps are due Friday, and so we got some good applicants already. We're gonna duke it out, have everybody vote, and then we're gonna crown them in September at our powwow. But yeah, if you have that young role model that wants to be a beacon of hope for other kids in the area or
Youths.
adults, I mean, we're seeing a lot more impact from outside the arena at this
Mhm.
point now. So we're seeing a lot of other recovery programs or mental health organizations actually reaching out to our princess just to figure out like what she sees like the needed in
Yeah.
the community. And so I mean we got a lot of traction with our princesses. And so if you think, you know, that that nice little role model, you know, have them apply, because like odds are they'll be in the arena, but they'll be doing a lot more stuff outside of the arena.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it gets noticed. I mean, we have, you know, Carly won a national award last year or this year actually, and
This
then
year.
you know, she gets invited nationally to conferences and stuff, and then we're just like, can we tag along or something? And they're like, yeah, I guess. And we're like, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, the possibilities are you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you know, we've seen a lot of positivity come from it, so you know,
Her first time on a plane.
yeah, got to see her cry on a plane for multiple times, takeoff and landing,
Yeah.
turbulence, you name it. I
It's
know.
funny because I love the way, like, it's cute to me the way her family shows up like she's going to war.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Little kids crying. Oh my God.
yeah,
Like, I'm gone for the weekend. Yeah, but yeah, and then
it's
yeah,
just cute.
birthday
you know?
parties all the time. Everywhere we
Yeah,
go, it's
everywhere we go,
tradition
it's
that
her
we
birthday.
let them know that it's the princess's birthday. We even had the whole conference sing happy birthday to her this past time. But yeah, if we can get free desserts out of it, we'll tell them it's her.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, if you know anybody, yeah. Oh, there we go. See, there she is right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not crying. She was bawling. That was
She was
different.
bawling.
Yeah, snot and all.
Snot bubbles and all.
Luckily, she had those big hands to cover the face, so that way, that way you couldn't see. Yeah, just looking. Really, a phone looks all tiny in it.
Hiding her phone. Like she's just talking in her hand.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, Junior that wants to hang out with us, like,
Yeah, we're a bunch of goofballs.
yeah, then let us know.
But you know, I feel like our approach is what gets everybody's attention.
Mhm.
You know, I one time I heard these singers, you know, they were all sitting at the drum. And I was walking by, I could hear them like joking, like, shit, boy, you need to go talk to him. Shoot, you need to go talk to him.
I don't need help right now.
Yeah. They all smelled like weed. Like, you need to go talk to him, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, like it doesn't bother me. Like, even though, you know, I thought that was funny because I looked at him and I smiled. I was like, "Oh, y'all need to come." Yeah, all y'all need to come see me. But you know, I would rather be known for that than what I used to be
known as the one that has an open door.
Yeah.
Instead of the one where you lock your doors.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
How's that
princess,
guy?
Stop it. Y'all are goofy. She doesn't like us talking about her big hand.
Hamburger helper hands.
Yeah. She's got a Pro Max. It still looks all tiny.
Got an iPad.
Make me cry.
Well, do we have any more comments before we jump into this reading?
Yeah. Ryan Summers says, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Sure. Phyllis White Thunder says, Piva Eseve. Was that good morning? No.
Good afternoon.
Oh. What time is
Yeah, I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, I believed you.
Oh, hey, I seen you. I think she's up there with Sparrow. I believe so. Sparrow was looking for a staff, and she's in Great Falls. So thank you for tuning in. Tell my sister Sparrow I said good morning too. Well, I think she's in another. I think she's on Wellbrighty training too. So I try to keep up with, you know, with the folks.
Yeah. Nat says, I heard someone say, "Don't walk by them," like we're the police.
Yeah.
They'll make you improve.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah. They'll scare you sober. Just like my mom scared Belinda sober.
Yeah. 9 months sober.
Yeah, she's improved.
Yeah.
This is the best thing I've read on a card.
Somebody wrote.
Yeah, on Belinda's 9 months sober card. They just wrote, "You've improved."
You've improved.
Yeah.
It took you 9 months.
Yeah, it took you 9 months and you only got that far.
So yeah, that was great. That was great. Thank you, Isaiah, for
For those.
digging deep. for
Yeah,
that
I know. I'm
comment.
telling you, there's probably tears on the cardboard from him writing it. Him really like, oh my God, this is gonna make her cry.
Yeah.
Filled with so much emotion.
Clifton Luxford says, "Good morning, bro."
Good morning. Good morning.
Phyllis said it means good day.
Oh, see, you're close. You're close.
That's close.
Yeah.
Jen Miller says, "Hey y'all, good morning."
Good morning, Jen.
Teresa says, "Yes, will do."
Yes, yes. So she is up there with. So that's cool. See, I try to stay in the loop. You know, a Facebook loop.
Yeah. I know everything.
I like
that's on social
everything.
media.
But yeah, so should we jump off into this reading?
Yeah, I don't even know where the book is. All right.
Oh. Gotta have your
Whose book
reflections.
is this? This is like brand new.
I don't know,
Hold on,
but
what's
you gotta have
today?
your reflections book too.
Oh, what's today? Now I'm lost.
Is what does Don post every day?
Thought
of the
Thought of the
day.
day today was pretty powerful too.
What's today? The 28th.
What is it?
Today
Uh-huh.
is about love.
Oh yeah. Always good. Always good. I like reading those every day. We might need to start including those. Mostly just
We've
they're
gone about
they're mostly just
1.5
quotes.
times through the meditation book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might switch it up.
Might switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Just, we have to wait until you.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, we're gonna shoot for 10 a.m. Maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean,
He does them daily.
yeah.
Well, I'm not. I mean, hopefully he's the one running his Facebook.
I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I don't know. I can call him and ask him.
You do have his number.
I can text him.
Wow.
Be like, hey, Dave said you looked like Ben Stiller off of Happy Gilmore
Happy
2.
Gilmore.
He wants to know if yeah, he wants to know if you make people wash your car. All right. Anyway, all right. A good heart and a good mind, those are what you need to be a chief. Lewis Farmer Onondaga. The combination of heart and mind is very powerful. The medicine wheel teaches that two worlds exist, the seen and the unseen. The seen world is the physical, and the unseen is the spiritual world. Both of the worlds are necessary to discover true reality. The seen world is the easiest seen by the male side. The unseen is the easiest seen by the female side. The heart is the unseen, and the mind is the seen. Blessed is the leader or person who has developed the heart and the mind. Truly, the person is of tremendous value to the Creator and to the people. My great spirit helped me this day to develop both my female side and my male side. Let me know all of the feelings of each. Let me develop and grow my intuition and my mind. Let my development only serve you. Do you want me to read that again?
No.
Okay, good.
Aho,
That
Mr.
was like a
Chibita.
tongue twister for me. I was struggling.
Mr. Chibita. You know what I heard was balance. You know, that was it wasn't a hard thing to acquire, but I think it was the awareness of knowing where I was at. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I used to have these super high highs and these super low lows. You know, it was finding that happy medium, that balance. And then I think about what it was like to just be all brain, you know, and I used to be a know-it-all like at one time, and know what? I don't know. You know, but you couldn't tell me about nothing. Like I would be right in the middle of my addiction, and if you came up and started talking to me about recovery, I would act like I knew what you were talking
Not
about.
for me.
Yeah. Boring, you know, like you know, because that was just, you know, like I had to be that guy. I had to be like this know-it-all, and when it came to things that I didn't know about, I would just, I would just play the role, like, and when I think about my brain, and when I was just trying to use my brain, the best result that my brain had for me was to do drugs and alcohol. That was my cure all. That's where I turned to for everything. Like any kind of emotion, like, man, like, I, if I was around my kids too much, it would start making me feel guilty. You know what I mean? Like, I should be enjoying my time and trying to be the best dad that I could be, but it would make me reflect on all the carnage that I had created in their lives. So then, like, being around my kids too much, like, it would make me feel guilty and the shame. And, like, as soon as whatever we were doing, eating or whatever it was, birthday, like, whatever it was we were doing, I couldn't wait to get out of there, because the weight of everything always seemed like it came crashing down. Well, then, there were times where I just wanted to use my heart. Like I didn't want to, like, I knew if I thought about something too much, I would mess it up. So then I would just try to use my heart. What happens is this codependent, all these codependent actions, all these codependent issues, all these codependent, like, and it's real easy, like, it's, to me, it's just as bad as drugs and alcohol. It's codependency, because then it makes you feel better, because you're not using drugs and alcohol, you're using flesh. You know what I mean? To please yourself. And so it's so easy to get mixed up in where I can apply these things to my life. Like, oh, I got a new woman, and she doesn't do, like, I used to get with girls that didn't do drugs. I had standards.
Yeah.
Peak
standards up there.
Yeah.
And then then it was like, well, maybe.
Yeah. I wish she did drugs. Yeah. But I mean, that's just how I thought. Like, I didn't mess with girls that did drugs. So, because I'm the only one that needed that problem, like, so like, for some reason I thought that anything that they did, anything they said, anything, like, like, it was way better than what I had going on, because I'm on drugs. Like, oh, you don't use drugs, but you're drunker than I am, but I'm gonna listen to you. Like, you sound like your problem solving is way better than mine.
Profit.
Yeah. So today, it's like, I found that balance, right? I work the steps of AA. I look at the steps of Wellbriety all the time, and it's always making me reflect. And and I got real honest. I got real honest about me and my situation. I couldn't point the finger no more. I couldn't, like, be the victim anymore. So I had to, like, get real honest about me and my situation. So, like, in that process, I would have to say, like, I'm an overthinker, right? I'm gonna overthink a situation every time. Every time. So, sometimes, you got to look at things with your heart. You got to hear things with your heart. You got to feel things with your heart. And it brought me to this place of balance. Whereas before, I was scared to show somebody how much I loved them. I was scared to show somebody how much I cared about them, because then I felt like they would take advantage of me. Like, those situations always got me hurt. So, it's like today, I can show love, true love, and true respect, because I actually love and respect myself today. Like they always say, you can't give away something that you don't have. So, thinking and feeling with my heart, but also using my head, like I found this balance, I found this balance where I'm able to help the next suffering alcoholic and addict. Like getting these calls and being able to talk them into not walking out of a facility. I mean, I feel like I get to be that person that I didn't have.
Mhm.
In the beginning, I feel like I kind of white knuckled it. Like I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know who to speak to because I couldn't be honest. I couldn't be honest with anybody. Here I am. I weighed about 100 pounds, soaking wet, and it was the hardest thing for me to tell somebody I'm on drugs. Like I look horrible.
Yeah.
Walk out in the wind and had to catch myself. Like
Making whistling noises sometimes.
but it was so hard for me to be honest. I lied so much and I lied to everybody, and I even lied to myself. And I actually believe my own lies, like you got to put on, but I ain't even gonna go down that road. But it's like learning today where I know I can use too much brain power, I guess, to try to solve something. Because I think about who I used to be. Where I was heartless and I never thought about my actions. I never thought about where the consequences of my actions. I never, I was heartless and I didn't think about the consequences of my actions. I was an emotional being and I thought, my whole world survived off of emotion. I'd be happy one minute, then turn around and be sad. Then, if I got sad, then I'd get mad. Like anything that pulled on my heartstrings, like I had an automatic defense, that went up. So today, man, it's like when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I gotta ask, the creator, Mahio, to come into my mind, come into my heart, and show me your will, be with me and allow me to do your will, because I know what happens when I use too much of my brain. I know what happens when I use too much of my heart. These codependent, like, I'm a horrible codependent, like they just want to come out. You ain't even gotta doesn't take a lot to trigger those emotions, but sometimes, that's where I'm left is I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just don't know what to do, so I gotta ask the creator, to come in and come into my mind, come into my thoughts, come into this conversation, come in, let my words be your words, and then sometimes the same way with my heart, like I tend to want to put myself out there so much that, it never, like, not to say that I need to win every situation, but, like I'll just start that codependent relationship. Kind of like when I'm trying to get all this stuff put together,
Mhm.
and I just turn to you and give you puppy eyes, like,
I know.
man, I can't get this to work.
Yeah, yeah, you don't even do that. Yeah, you just cross your arms. That, or
Sit down like a diva.
if I'm leading you around a conference and then for some reason it kicks in that you need to rub my back, just like I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't know what's happening, but I'm glad we have separate rooms. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, we've seen it, so we know. We know.
But today I have that balance. I have that balance in my life where, as long as I'm practicing the creator's will, I don't feel like I'm overextended.
Mhm.
As long as I'm asking the creator to, because I got a mind that works against me. My mind doesn't need my permission to overthink. My mind don't need my permission to say negative things to myself. And it's like, sometimes, that codependency, it shows up. Like it just comes out. There's some situations where I don't know where to be anything else but codependent. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, sometimes, finding that balance. I feel like that's where I'm at today.
Randy said, them same puppy dog eyes you gave Martha.
Boy, this guy's always trying to put his babe on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Randy and Martha. They were a cute item out there in California, but they're still together to this day. That's been 4 years ago, so that's pretty cool. Proud of you, proud of you, bro.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
It's right around your sober.
yeah, right around my sober date. Whenever she showed up, they went to the same program. They shared a room, so I don't know. She came back to Oklahoma and he stayed in California. So.
Well, they got long distance relationship.
Oh yeah. He shows up, a couple times a year. So
for the holidays.
Cheers. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Aaron Blackwolf says good morning. Wesley Paul says good morning.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, nephew.
Nat says fists first. I don't know what that is referencing.
Oh yeah.
But,
I'm Knuckles first.
oh.
I used to be Knuckles first.
And then Cassie B says good morning.
Good morning, Cass.
Margo Perez says good morning and
Good morning,
have a
Margo.
blessed day. Isaac says good afternoon. And
Good morning.
Hendrik says
Pivisha.
knock it.
Nyaki, brother. Pivisha. Go ahead. Let it rip.
I find a lot more of this resonates with how easy stuff comes after you're balanced, like compared to the insanity of being unbalanced.
Yeah.
Like I think of Albert's story again whenever he was talking about a father trying to put his kid to sleep by reading and stuff, but he had all this work to do and all this stuff to do, and so his spirit was not aligned with his intent, and so he was trying to like force his child to go to sleep by reading to him, but like not putting any heart behind it,
Skipping pages.
and so yeah, that one person that's just flipping through real quick.
Yeah,
be me describing pictures in the book. But once you align that spirit and intent, so that heart and mind, you'll get a lot more love out of it, a lot more positive outcomes out of it. And once you figure out how to balance, I feel like it does kind of get easier because you do have those tools in your toolbox. It's not like you're finding it out from square one. There'll be new obstacles on like trying to figure out what that balance is going to look like or how to achieve it, but you'll have what worked in the past, what helped ground you and center you, so that way your heart and mind can be intertwined. And I think that's what makes a lot of us so passionate, and then we also put the effort into it, and so it's both heart and mind, is because we see what happens whenever we're out of balance.
Oh, yeah.
So we know what needs to happen in our communities, and so we're all very passionate about stuff. We all have all of our ideas, all of our desires to try to help our people, and so whenever you have a group that is balanced, it's nothing but good things. I mean,
Powerful.
Yeah, it's very impactful, and then it's that law of attraction. Then after that, is to where more people will try to come up to us to ask for help, or that willingness to come up and talk about the hard topics, because now they're slowly aligning their heart and mind. Maybe that heart was what drew them to us, because they saw like how happy you can be with sobriety and recovery, and then their mind finally made that connection to where that's where they need to go. And so it just resonates with me just more about we've already seen what happens when you're not in balance, and after you see what balance looks like, it's what you strive for, and you're not supposed to force it. You just it needs to just happen kind of naturally. And so that's one thing that we do see people struggle with, is they're trying to force their heart to do something, and it's just not
there.
What's going to happen. That's all I got.
That was a good one. I like that.
Good.
You know, that was a great
Did it
share.
just
That
for
was a
you.
great
Just
share.
for
Yeah.
you.
Spirit should be in line with your intent. You know, that's a great one, you know, and that's what it says to be chief. Yeah.
No. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's see if my grandpa Rory will pass it down. As if Dave's not in line. But
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, I like that. Your spirit should be in line with your aligned with your intent.
Mhm.
You know, that's a good way to get your heart and your mind on the same track.
Mhm.
I like that. You know, that's way better than what I was saying.
Way more
so,
gooder.
Way gooder. Do we have any comments?
Barry White says good morning.
Good morning, Mr. White. White Buffalo.
Mhm, mhm,
Is that it?
mhm, mhm.
That's it. Well, cool beans. Well, I'm glad we got to get on. Glad we got to do this thing. Hope Mingo is enjoying his hibiscus gin.
Kimberly
Yeah.
says Osio.
See you, Miss Sexton. But yeah, you know, this weekend we will be in Concho. We will be co-host at Oklahoma Indian Nations
I thought you were talking
Powwow.
about our mandatory work day on Friday.
Oh well, Friday we got, you know, I guess, you know, our culture is extracurricular activities according to somebody in our higher ups. You know, it's not a way of life, even though her man dances. I mean, I guess it's
Only half the
considered
song though. But yeah.
extracurricular activities.
So Friday we will be in the parade. Then we will be working as tour,
yeah,
and then after that we'll be co-hosting.
yeah.
Long day, long
Be a
day.
full day.
Yep. And then Saturday, Sunday, same thing. We'll be co-hosting, jamming out, going from popping bottles to popping fringes. I'm gonna make it a shirt. And then you know, we hope to see everybody out there. We hope to share some gourds, share some shawls. I cannot talk right now. And you know, just come celebrate with us.
Yeah, we'll be out there all weekend. So I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.
You know, like I was saying, we're kind of, I don't know, like I feel kind of proud, I guess you could say, about, you know, how we've been leveling up here. You know, all summer long. Now it's like we only do 3-day powwows, not benefit dances. You know,
No, I will take a benefit dance
Yeah.
any day.
Any
over.
day of the week.
Yeah, by 8 o'clock, I'm already tired, and they haven't even started grand entry. Oh my jeez! They're like,
Then they want us to
I'm
be
scared.
in it. Yeah. But you know, I like where, you know, the direction that we're headed.
Mhm.
You know, so I'm just glad that we get the recognition, you know, for what we're trying to accomplish.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you know, it feels good. You know, it feels good.
Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited about our powwow. I mean, our memorial dance, our overdose memorial dance in August is going to be.
August in
You
Watonga.
know, last year was super good, and so
Yeah.
you know, we're doing it again in Watonga because you know it's a community that's been impacted a lot, and so yeah, I think our causes, you know, help kind of
Yeah.
Align that spirit and mind
And intent.
and intent.
So yeah, so we'll be out there this weekend. Put in the Princess apps
By Friday,
by Friday.
We're gonna
Friday
duke
will
it
be
out
our last
probably over the
day
weekend.
to submit them.
Start yelling at each other for who we're voting for.
Yeah, start campaigning.
Yeah. Make one shirt just for my 2 votes. Be like, I want these 2 to be top 2 at least.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny. So,
Yeah, so next week you guys should see an announcement on who our junior is going to be.
yeah, we'll have the announcement next week.
Mhm.
So, well, that's all I really got.
Phyllis the Realist says Niakit.
Yuck it.
Stacy Starr says see y'all there.
See you there,
Jen
Stace.
Miller says I wish I was there for this weekend.
I know, right?
She says go live. And then BJ Step says good heart, good mind, fry bread. Bod gets the deciding vote.
Ooh,
Mhm.
fry bread feet.
And then Tina Seth Stevens says hello.
Hey, sister.
And then Barry White says ha ho, brothers.
Oh, oh. Well, that's all I got. Like, share, follow. Tell your mammy about us. And once again, happy birthday to the brother Dave, Mr. Dave Levi, and happy birthday to my companion, the sweet, sweet Natalie Harjo.
Ew. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Who are you? Yeah, acting real codependent right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell her HBD.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all about the heart, not the mind.
Well, you know what I'm thinking about.
Hey!